Singapore sits just north of the equator. That maritime tropical climate brings intense solar radiation, high humidity, and an average of 167 thunderstorm days yearly. It is one of the most lightning-prone regions on the planet. Recently, over 160 strikes hit facilities across the island, making the environmental threat a daily reality for anyone working outdoors. On July 12, 2024, 4 workers were installing an antenna on an open rooftop. A heavy rainstorm had passed and the weather seemed clear. Out of nowhere, a loud thunderclap echoed and one of the workers collapsed. He died later that day. They were simply unloading concrete base pieces from a trolley. The rain had stopped, giving them a false sense of security. Our natural instincts are built to react to what we see. But by the time you perceive a storm, there is a dangerous delay between your realization and your ability to reach a safe shelter. When lightning hits a structure without a functional protection system, the electrical energy forces its way through non-conductive materials like concrete. The extreme heat instantly vaporizes trapped moisture, causing an explosive expansion that shatters the material and sends debris falling to the ground. But the actual physical hazard begins well before the flash. An invisible electrostatic field builds up in the atmosphere, with charges pooling at the highest points of a worksite, like cranes, scaffolding, or a roof ledge. You cannot see it, you cannot hear it, or feel this electrostatic buildup. Glancing at the sky or waiting for rain is a completely unreliable method for safety. If you rely on the sound of thunder or the sight of a lightning bolt to tell you to evacuate, the hazard has already breached the worksite's defenses. Since we cannot eliminate the weather, worksites rely on the workplace safety and health hierarchy of controls to build a proactive defense. The primary engineering control is a certified lightning protection system paired with an automatic lightning risk alert system, often referred to as ALRAS. Instead of waiting for a strike, ALRAS monitors atmospheric electrostatic changes within a 15-kilometer radius. The technology provides alerts up to 10 minutes in advance, closing the gap between the incoming threat and your response. The moment the system detects that dangerous buildup, it triggers localized strobe lights and sirens. There is no need for a human dispatcher to make a subjective call. This hardware buys everyone on site crucial minutes. But early warning only keeps workers safe if the people on the ground execute strict administrative protocols when the alarm sounds. In Singapore, the design, installation, and maintenance of these lightning protection systems are strictly regulated under the Building and Construction Authority and the Singapore Standard SS 555. Management carries the legal duty to equip their premises with these certified systems and to develop a written adverse weather response plan. Supervisors act as the tactical layer. They track weather via the National Environment Agency's MyNEV app, carry portable lightning detectors, and enforce an immediate halt to outdoor work when the ALRAS activates. And the workers themselves have one non-negotiable responsibility. The moment they hear that siren, they drop conductive tools and move straight to designated safe zones. Every level has a specific job. If management skips an equipment inspection, if a supervisor ignores an alert, or if a worker decides to finish one last task, the entire engineering shield fails. Once an alert sounds or the first rumble of thunder is heard, worksites fall back on their strict administrative controls. The most critical of these is the 30-30 lightning rule. The first half is simple. If the time between seeing lightning and hearing thunder is 30 seconds or less, all outdoor work stops immediately. Everyone must move indoors to a fully protected shelter. A proper shelter means a solid building equipped with its own protection system. It does not mean crouching under an isolated tree, lingering in an open scaffold, or hiding inside a temporary fabric tent. The second half of the rule is the lockdown. The crew must wait 30 minutes after the last sound of thunder before stepping back outside. Lightning risk remains high, even if the sky looks clear and the rain has stopped. The timer dictates when it is safe to resume work, not visual estimates of the weather. The 30-30 rule exists to take human guesswork out of the equation. Making this work requires daily repetition. Supervisors need to outline specific evacuation routes and point out the exact shelter locations during morning toolbox meetings. Sites should run regular evacuation drills and test the ALRAS hardware to ensure audio sirens can be heard over the noise of heavy machinery, leaving no dead zones across the project footprint. Safety in this environment comes down to trusting the predictive warning systems, respecting the 30-minute timer, and sharing the responsibility for site evacuation. When the technology and the protocols align, workers don't have to dodge lightning. They are securely sheltered long before the first bolt reaches the ground.